Morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Friday. Happy Friday. It is the 31st day of March 2023. I hope you're all safe and healthy today. I hope you are looking forward to your weekend and that you and your family be safe and healthy during the weekend, that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, along with the first responders, who every day are trying to save lives. And those also that pick up garbage for us, keep streets, sidewalks, parks, wrecks clean and disease-free. And those that make deliveries, such as mail, such as food and water, for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women that are out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover teenagers and children who are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. The victims also of pornography and child pornography. The victims also of prostitution and child prostitution, of human trafficking and sexual slavery. Double curses on the perpetrators of these things. Double curses on the profiteers of these things. And double curses on the perverts that have the demand to create the supply in the market for these things. Also, finally, blessings upon the homeless. There are nearly 600,000 men, women, and children homeless in the United States, mostly children, and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions. Blessings upon them also, for theirs is the kingdom. Basketball game is scheduled for tonight. The New York Knicks will play the Cleveland Cavaliers in Cleveland, Ohio, in what will be a preview of the playoffs to begin in about 2 weeks. New York Knicks will be without Julius Randle and will probably be without Julius Randle when the series starts in Cleveland in 2 weeks. This is a precursor to the playoffs. Cleveland right now is not completely healthy. They're missing Jared Allen. They will be without Isaac Okoro tonight. But the reason they have won 48 games this year is because they are really deep and really good at every position. Similar to the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks without Randle will have Obi Toppin and Josh Hart playing the 4. Now, probably Toppin would start at the 4 because probably the Cleveland Cavaliers will be playing usually Evan Mobley is their starter at the 4. But he might be playing the 5 today. And then you'll have, they have Dean Wade. That's also day-to-day. They have Robin Lopez, former Knick. So they'll be having probably Robin Lopez come in for Evan Mobley. Evan Mobley starts at the 5 probably. And then you have Sadi Osman, another solid player, coming in and playing the 4. So it's actually a good night for Josh Hart to play the 4 because Sadi Osman is a really good player, but he's not like, he's 6'7". So Hart could guard him. But he's you could say he's a good player, but Hart, so is Josh Hart. Obi would be too much for Josh Hart, in my view, because he's too long, too fast, too much athleticism. So I expect Obi to start just based on the matchups. Then you would have coming behind, on the bench for the New York Knicks, you would have your normal contingent of Hartenstein, Hart. I don't know, but I'm assuming Brunson is playing today. He's not listed on the injury report. So I'm assuming he's playing today. So you're going to have Brunson, on the bench, Hartenstein, Hart, Manuel quickly. And I would hope that with the absence of Julius Randle, you do get some Deuce McBride to fill out the back half of the bench on Mobb Deep. You will start Jalen Brunson, Quentin Grimes, R.J. Barrett, Obi Toppin, and Mitchell Robinson. I like the team. I like how it looks. Yes, I know. Dun, 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 dun. No Julius Randle. But look, I think we'll be all right. It might be a little shaky for Obi tonight, only because he has not played this type of minutes since the end of last year. Okay, he has not played this type of minutes since the end of last year. It's going to take the Knicks, and that is a couple of issues here. Number one is the first, he hasn't played this type of minutes. Number two is the Knicks have not had him in the starting lineup. It takes a second to get adjusted. Okay, so they're going to need him to adjust quickly as possible, but we got to give him some room. By Sunday against Washington, though, he should be ready, especially if he plays 30 plus minutes tonight, which I'm kind of expecting him to do. They're going to need Josh Hart for more than the power forward spot. He also subs in for Grimes. He also plays a low point. So Hart is going to be needed all over the chessboard today. And I would think Deuce would also be in there as well, subbing for Brunson. So and of course quickly. So we got the horses to play with these guys. There's no doubt. We got the horses to play with them. And it's going to be a good litmus test for us tonight. The big thing for Cleveland, again, is no Jarrett Allen and no Isaac Okoro. Isaac Okoro is their really best perimeter defender on the wing. And, of course, Jarrett Allen is their rim protector. So they'll be missing that, of course. But they still have Donovan Mitchell. And they still have Darius Garland. So they still are dangerous. But, again, I'm very confident that when we play Quentin Grimes, Mitchell Robinson, Deuce McBride, Emmanuel Quickly, Josh Hart, our defensive studs, we can do all right. We can handle Donovan Mitchell, and we can handle Darius Garland. So we'll see what happens. But I like the Knicks in this game, even though it's in Cleveland. And again, it's a prelude to the 7-game series we're going to start in 2 weeks with the same team. Okay. So here we go. Like I said, I'm not as worried about Randall missing right now. I'm not. Especially if the Knicks can win this game tonight, if they can win this game in Cleveland, that shows that we're capable of beating Cleveland in Cleveland. Well, it starts in Cleveland in 2 weeks. If the Knicks can beat them then without Randall, and maybe win, because in the playoffs, it's not back-to-back. Okay. You have at least one night off between games, sometimes two, and you're playing the same team. So the Knicks have time to get right, time to get Randall right for that series. Yeah, and I wouldn't say that Cleveland's going to blow out the Knicks even without Randall. So, and the Knicks ain't going to blow out Cleveland either. Cleveland is just coming off a loss. They lost to Atlanta 120-118. And again, they were missing their rim protector, Jarrett Allen. He's like our Mitchell Robinson. See what happened when we missing Mitchell Robinson? We lost 3 or 4 in a row. I mean, before we started getting it right again. So they lost Jarrett Allen. He's a big piece of what they do, especially defensively. So they lost because they didn't have him, in my view. And Donovan Mitchell had 44 in that game, and they still lost. So we'll see what happens, but they got to make adjustments because, again, just like the Knicks, Jarrett Allen is the rim protector, and their defense funnels toward him. He's the anchor of the defense. So we'll see what happens, but I feel like, we got a good shot today. I feel like we got a good shot. The ball, Randall is 25 and 10, with 5 assists. You really can't replace that. But I will say I expect the ball to move a little bit more. I'm expecting a good game from Obi. Barrett's going to get more shots. And more importantly, Grimes should be getting more shots. If we can get Quentin Grimes off early, and I mean set it up for him to take the first 3 or 4 or 5 shots in that first quarter, that's going to be important because he's going to bring the defense. He's going to bring the. But if he can make Mitchell and Garland work harder to find him when we have the ball, that's going to be good. So I'm looking for Grimes. I'm looking for RJ. I'm looking for Obi. All of them. And, of course, we still got Quick, who we know is quick. So I think we're in good shape here, Fredlin. I think we're in good shape here. I'm not too worried about it at all. I'm not worried about the last 5 games at all. And if the Knicks do win tonight, they clinch a guaranteed 6th seed in the East. They clinch a playoff spot, and they clinch a guaranteed 6th seed in the East because they own the tiebreaker with Miami. Miami has won 40 games, and there's only 5 games left. So if Miami wins all 5, and the Knicks win tonight, the Knicks are still ahead because we have beaten them 3 out of 4. The Knicks have beat Miami 3 out of 4 this year. That's good. So it's guaranteed if they win tonight that they're no lower than the 6th seed, guaranteed, and they definitely are clinch the playoff spot. So tonight is really the number to clinch a playoff spot. Again, I like the Knicks here. I do. I like the Knicks here. One thing we won't get is we won't get arguing with the refs today. We won't get that. We won't get technical foul for arguing with the refs. We won't get slapped computers and pushing away teammates. We won't get that. Now, we won't get the 20 and 10 either unless Obi decides to do what he do. We'll see what happens. Anyway, y'all enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. We'll be back Sunday. Doing our normal midday, like 12 o'clock review of the game coming up against Washington, and then preview of the game coming up against Washington and review of this game. Then at 6 is the game, and then after the game, I'm scheduled to be on the Strickland with Swinipool on Sunday. So yeah, I'm gonna be on the Strickland on Sunday with Swinipool and them. I don't know what I'm getting into, but we'll find out. Anyway, be safe out there this weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the game. I'll see you tomorrow night on replay on my big screen. Shalom.